So today I'm going to be teaching you on how to get the nice rustic movie look you get when you're watching a movie. I was working on this before and this is what I got. It's just some pretty shit footage of birds and I've edited to make it look kind of more movie-like if you want to call it. And yeah, it's not too hard, but I hope you understand it. So what you're going to do is open a new composition and make it 1920 by 1080p, because to be honest, if you make it 720p it's gonna look like absolute shit on YouTube. So what you want to call it is tutorial composition, mind the caps, and then make it your frame rate 29. I don't really care, make it whatever duration you want. And then from there what you're gonna do is get your footage. And if you don't already know what the movie look is, if you don't know what I mean, is like the kind of smooth, vintage, cinematic, dramatic, if you want to call it, type of effect on films you get. And what you can do is use it in your own movies or whatever you like. It's not too hard, but yeah. So the first thing you're going to do is open a new solid, make it 1920 by 1080, doesn't really matter because it's your comp size by default, and call this border, but it doesn't really matter what you call it because we don't really have much layers to choose from. And then what you want to do is move your anchor point right up to the top, and it should snap into place, but if it doesn't, it's probably because you don't have After Effects CC, and as far as I know, you need After Effects CC to use layer snapping. So then press V, and by the way, the shortcut for to move the anchor point is Y, and it brings up this little black cursor. And then so yeah, press V and you get just the normal cursor, and then what you want to do is go down to border, press S, unclick the chain, and then shrink it down to the right size you want it, but about here looks pretty good, yeah. And then what you're going to do is click on border again and press Ctrl D, which basically just duplicates your layer, and then click on your border, hold shift, pull it down, and it will just drag it into place. And basically what this does is just pulls it down in a straight line depending on the axes that you pull it down on, and I'm pulling it down on, I think, the Y axis, but yeah. So it looked pretty good already, and there's still a bit more we need to do to edit the color and maybe just add a vignette. And if you want to know how to do a vignette, it's actually really simple. All you need to do is just do Control Y, and which opens up a new solid, and then name this vignette, if I even spelled that right, and then click OK. And then from there we're going to create a mask with the ellipse tool, and it's not too hard. You probably know how to make a mask if you've seen my basics of GDOM video. And so what you're going to do is just pull it up like that, and then click on it to bring up the move options, and then kind of move it into place. But what you want to do is move the anchor point in the middle, just makes it easier to work with. And then move it up, move this in maybe. And then if you see that your mask is on the inside and you want to make it go on the edges, what you're going to do is click inverted, and that helps a lot. And as you can see, we have a vignette, but it doesn't really look good yet. What you want to do to make it look good is press F, which brings up the feather properties, and feather this out, and you can see that it looks pretty good, just like that. You can see the vignette on the edges of the footage. So now what we're going to do is add some color correction to make our footage look better. What you can do is go on effects and type curves, and drag it on. Oh wait, I forgot. What you need to do first is add a adjustment layer. So Control Alt Y, which is a shortcut for it. And then what you're going to do is drag curves onto it, and make sure it's on top of everything so it has some effect on the footage. And then what you want to go do is click on RGB, and I'm going to experiment around with this a little just to get the right color. Hopefully it will suit your film too. So what you want to do is just drag it down a bit to add a bit of darkness, and go on red, add a bit of a little sort of vintage effect. Go on green, pull it down, blue, to be honest, this kind of movie look would suit a dramatic or cinematic type movie, not like a bright kind of film. If you want to make the vignette show a bit less, what you can do is turn the feathering down, and you can see it's sort of like just sticks to the sides of your footage. And there we have it. It looks pretty good. And if we move on, you can see the birds just going around having a good time. But yeah, so basically that's it for my tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, as it helps me a lot. And yeah, cheers.